Hello, this is Deb from debsdigitaltips.com, and if you tried to watch the video that I posted this morning, you will have noticed that I look a little bit better made up because it's been a long day. And I apologize again for all of the clutter behind me because I spend most of my time looking this direction rather than that direction, and I have some work to do. So right now I'm going to show you my screen though because that's a lot more fun. So here we are on my screen in Artisan 5, and today I just really quickly want to tell you about 5 quick things that I have found since I started using Artisan 5 that really seem to make it a little bit easier and faster to work on my books, which is awesome because I'm time strapped and I'm sure you are too. So the first thing I'm going to do is go up to my View tab here and go to the 2-page spreads, and I'm going to do 2 bound pages. I'm assuming that means basically 2 standard bound pages, like a regular binding in the book. The 2 separate pages just separates them like this. I'm not sure what the difference is supposed to be between 2 separate pages, 2 separate trim pages, and just 2 separate pages, other than, it's just showing you what's going to be trimmed off. And so I'm going back to my 2 bound pages because this will be a book. And again, I apologize for the ugly fonts because I did a Windows reset a couple of days ago and it wiped out all of my installed fonts. So this used to be pretty and it's not anymore, but I will fix that. The cool thing now, the first really awesome thing, is that you can actually toggle and work on both pages without having to save as you go back and forth. So let's say I wanted to put this yellow flower on this page. I can put it right over here. And then if I want to go over here, I can put my blue flower over here. And see, I didn't have to save as I went through there. And the only thing that you need to make sure you do is that you can't like take this pink bow now and put it under this yellow flower because it still thinks I'm working on this page. So it's actually stuck it in the elements list for this other page over here. You got to make sure you select the page that you're going to drop something on or do something to. So, but once you move out of this 2-page spread, you will have to save, but you don't have to save while you're working on them together. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. And then you noticed when I dropped this over here, one of the next things, you see these nice green lines? This is just awesome because right there, it's trying to center it with the black background, and it's also letting me align it with the top of the frame over here on the side. And this is just a really easy visual way to try and line things up without having to go and click a few more times and use the Arrange tab or use the drop down that's on the home page for the Arrange, which those are still great tools, especially if you're like arranging multiple objects. That's going to work probably better still, but object by object, this is really cool. I love that. One of the other cool things about this is I used to have to come down here to what I call the zoom ball to zoom in and see what it was that I was looking at over here. What did I write? And make sure that I knew what it was that I had typed in there because it gets really small on the screen. But now I'm going to use my little 4 corners arrows here to bring it back out. Now you can actually just use the roller wheel on your mouse to zoom in and zoom out on your page. And of course, I'm still going to have to use the slider bar here to go ahead and zoom in, but now I can read what's on that grass really, really easily. So I'm going to go put that back. And then, let's see. The one last thing I wanted to discuss, this is my favorite thing, and you're going to hear about it from me again. And if you've watched any of my videos, which there aren't many of, you've heard it from me before, but one of my favorite features in Artisan and Storybook Creator has been this little insert calendar button, because you can just put a calendar, you can make any page a calendar page. You can put a calendar on anything, and it's super simple, and I just love this because it's great for making all sorts of different kinds of gifts. But now you can see they put the dialog box over here on the side tab, and it's all in the same place. So I can go ahead now and make this month. So I'll make it October 2015, and I like to use a different calendar style. I'm going to use that one. And then I like to show my title on the side, and we're going to use a different font if I've got one, and we're going to make it bigger. See, so now I can see my month and I can go ahead and drop pictures in here. Actually, in this arrangement, it'll be really easy to use a lot of photos. A lot of mine are vertical photos, to drop them in there for people's birthdays, to make it look really cool and remember to call them and wish them a happy birthday. So anyway, the one thing that I wish I would have had this quite this easy this year, because let's see, I'm gonna discard my changes. I'm gonna cancel that whole calendar. As you can see, this is part of my personal family calendar this year, and I used a template from 2013 as the background for some of the pages in this calendar, and on a few of the pages I forgot to update my calendar down here. So this is actually September 2013's dates. And in the old version, I could right click on there and go to calendar, and there would have been like a little arrow over here. I would have had to click like 24 times to go through October 2014, November, all the way to September 2015. But now all I've got to do is use this drop down box and say, no, it's 2015, not 2013. And this just immediately moved over. So now this is actually the correct dates for 2015, which is awesome. A little bit late for me, but next year, hopefully, I will get all of my calendars fixed a lot better. So anyway, that's all for today. I know there's going to be more fun stuff coming for this. And if you have any questions, if you've already used Artisan 5 and you've found cool stuff, I'd love to hear about it. And if you haven't yet and you've got questions, please let me know. You can always catch me at debsdigitaltips.com. See you then.